My child, listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to prepare you. Archangel Michael says there are moments in life where a door opens, not because you choose it, but because something greater chooses you. And this house, the one you will be moving into this November, this house has chosen you. I want you to breathe slowly, stay calm, and listen to every word, because everything I say will matter later. And my child, if at any point you feel something strange while listening, just comment, "I feel it," so I know you're still with me. The first time I saw this picture, yes, the same picture you're seeing or remembering right now, I felt the air tighten around me, as if the house itself was whispering. The image wasn't just a picture, it was a doorway. It had that faint pull, like when you stand near the ocean and the waves tug at your ankles, reminding you that something powerful lies beneath. Archangel Michael says that certain places carry energy, memories, and unseen guardians, and this house is one of them. My child, November is not far. And that month has always been a month of thinning veils, when what is hidden becomes almost visible, almost touchable. This house, with its old structure, its wooden bones, its silent corridors, has been waiting for a very long time. Not for just anyone. For you. And before the picture disappears, before the last glimpse of that doorway fades, I need to tell you everything. When you step inside this house for the first time, you might feel a slight temperature change, just a small drop in warmth, barely noticeable, like someone whispering across your skin. Don't be afraid. Archangel Michael says the house does that to greet new souls, to understand them, to see if their heart is open enough to feel its message. Some people ignore it. Some run from it. But you're different. That's why you're hearing this now. That's why the picture found you. The house stands alone, doesn't it? Even in the picture, there's something empty around it. A silence. Not a bad silence, but a deep one, like a place that has been waiting to speak. And when you move in this November, that silence will be the first thing to wrap around you. You'll put down your bags, take a breath, and for a moment, the world outside will feel like it stopped. You may even feel something behind you, not a presence, but attention. As if the house is watching you in the gentlest way. My child, if that moment happens to you, just whisper softly, "I am here." That is enough. Archangel Michael says that every house has layers, memories in the walls, whispers in the floors, echoes in the air. And this house has more than most. It has lived through storms, through nights when the wind screamed against its windows, through mornings when sunlight fell across its rooms like a blessing. It remembers every footstep that ever crossed its threshold. And yet, it remains incomplete, as if waiting for the right soul to bring it to life again. That soul is you. My child, let me tell you how it began. Years ago, long before you ever thought of November or moving, the house already sensed your energy. Don't ask me how. Some places are ancient enough to know things beyond our understanding. Archangel Michael says that when certain souls are meant to connect with certain places, fate begins weaving threads long before the two ever meet. Maybe you felt it once, a strange dream, a déjà vu, a sudden pull toward something you couldn't explain. Maybe you brushed it off, thinking it was random. But nothing meant for you is random. There is a room in that house, a small one, tucked toward the back, with a window that lets in light only during the late afternoon. When you first see it, you might think it's just another room, quiet, dusty, maybe even empty. But that room holds the strongest echo. Whoever lived there long ago spent many hours sitting by that window, staring outside as if expecting someone. The air still holds that longing. When you sit there, you might feel a heaviness in your chest, not sadness, but recognition, like remembering something you never lived. My child, if that ever happens, don't run. Stay. Breathe. The house is sharing a memory with you. Archangel Michael says that when a place chooses you, it wants to reveal its truth slowly, piece by piece, the way dawn slowly warms the sky. And that is why you must see the picture now, before it vanishes, before the moment slips away. This picture is not just an image, it's the first door the house opens to you. Once it's gone, once it's deleted or erased from wherever it was posted or shown, only those who felt the pull, like you, will carry its imprint. The house will no longer show itself to the world. Only to you. My child, I want you to remember something important. Houses are alive in their own way. Maybe not like human beings, but with their own breath, their own awareness. They creak, they settle, they sigh. And sometimes, when the nights are too quiet, they whisper. You might hear soft sounds in the dark, footsteps that don't belong to anyone, gentle taps on walls, a door shifting slightly even when there is no wind. Don't be afraid. These are not warnings, they are greetings. The house is learning you, the way you will learn it. If your heart is steady right now, comment, I'm listening, so I know you're still with me, because this next part matters. When November arrives, the air around your life will begin to change. Things you normally ignore, a flicker in the corner of your eye, a shift in shadows, the feeling of being gently observed, will become more noticeable. Not frightening. Just clearer. Archangel Michael says this is because your intuition heightens when you're approaching something destined. And this house is part of your destiny. On the first night you sleep there, you may dream. And the dream might not be like your usual dreams. It may feel too vivid, too real. You may see the house as it once was, brighter, fuller, alive with voices. You may see someone standing in the hallway, not threatening, but waiting. You may wake up with the sense that someone gently touched your shoulder. My child, this is the past introducing itself to you. A house with history wants you to understand it. But listen closely, because this is what most people miss. The house doesn't want something from you. It wants to give something to you. Protection. Guidance. A sense of belonging you haven't felt in years. That's why Archangel Michael is speaking through me to you, because not everyone is meant to accept a place with such deep energy. Only someone chosen. Only someone ready. When you walk through its hallway, notice the way the light falls. Notice the parts of the home that make your heart feel warm, and the parts that send a shiver down your spine. Both matter. The warmth shows you where the house's memories are peaceful. The shiver shows you where its memories are heavy. Not dangerous, just heavy, like a story that was never fully told. And you, my child, you are the one who will complete that story. There is something else you should know. The picture, the one that may soon disappear, was never meant to stay online forever. It appears only for the eyes of those who are meant to see it. Some people scroll right past it. Some never even notice it. But you, the moment you saw it, something in you paused. Your breath changed. Your heartbeat shifted. That's how the connection begins. Now, my child, before we continue deeper, tell me in the comments, did the picture make you feel anything when you first saw it? Even a small tug? A strange familiarity? If yes, just say, yes, I felt it. I want to know. Because the house is listening too. My child, before we go deeper, take one slow breath. Archangel Michael says that what you are about to hear is not just a continuation, it is a shift. The story of the house begins revealing itself only to those who stay present, and you are still here. That already tells the house something important about you. When November approaches, your energy will begin to align with the house more strongly. You may not notice it at first. It will show in small ways, the way certain places feel strangely familiar, the way specific numbers appear repeatedly, the way you sense someone watching over you even when you're alone. These are signs that the house is preparing for your arrival. Yes, my child, places prepare for souls just as souls prepare for places. Archangel Michael says that your destiny is tied to certain locations on Earth, like threads connecting your past, your present, and your future. And the house, that house, is one of your threads. Not a random shelter. Not a temporary stop. Something deeper. Maybe you felt recently like you're being led somewhere without understanding why. Maybe you've had thoughts like, why do I feel like something is calling me? My child, calls don't always come from people. Sometimes they come from places. Before we move further, tell me in the comments, have you felt unusual dreams or strange signs lately? Just answer yes or no, it helps me understand how open your energy is right now. Now listen closely. There's something about the front door of that house. When you finally stand before it in November, you'll notice two things instantly. First, the door feels heavier than it looks, almost as if it carries memories within its wood. And second, the moment you touch the handle, your body may feel a tiny jolt, like static, but deeper. This is because the house recognizes touch. It marks the soul that is meant to enter. You'll feel it for a split second, and then the air around you will shift. When you step inside, the house will begin showing its layers. There's a hallway, narrow, quiet, dim even when the lights are on. Archangel Michael says this hallway is like the spine of the house. Everything branches from it. It is the first part of the house that will study you. Yes, my child, study you. Don't fear it. Old places need to understand who you are, the way guardians watch over children they're meeting for the first time. You might think, why does it matter if a house watches me? But this house isn't ordinary. The energy inside it is older than its walls. Someone lived here once who carried a strong spiritual presence, someone who prayed often, someone who asked for protection, someone who left echoes behind. Those echoes didn't fade. They stayed. And you, my child, you have a similar spiritual frequency. That's why the house chose you. It feels you. On your first day, you may hear sounds, floorboards creaking more than usual, gentle thuds, a distant tapping. Don't assume it's only the structure settling. Some of these sounds are responses. Houses speak through sound when words are too heavy to form. Archangel Michael says to listen. Not fear. Listen. There is a staircase in the house, perhaps wooden, perhaps old, perhaps with banisters that feel colder than they should. When you place your foot on the first step, pause. Feel the shift. The upstairs rooms hold the strongest energy. Especially one room. The one you will sense before you even see it. But we'll get to that in a moment. My child, you must understand something important before you continue. Places that choose you do not do so because they want to harm you, they choose you because they trust you. Think about that for a moment. The house trusts you. Do you realize how rare that is? Most people pass through life never being chosen by a place, never sensing anything beyond the physical world. You are not one of those people. That's why Archangel Michael is speaking now. That's why you feel drawn to listen. Let's go back to that picture, the one you saw before it gets deleted. Look at it again in your mind. The frame of the doorway. The windows. The shape of the roof. Something about it made you pause, even if you didn't understand why. Something in your memory, or your spirit, recognized it. My child, sometimes the soul remembers places the mind has never been. If you felt that, even for a second, comment, I think I felt it, so I know the connection is growing. The house has a room on the upper floor that holds a peculiar glow. Not bright. Not dark. Just a strange softness that feels out of place. This room has a window facing either the east or the west, whichever direction catches the most emotional light. When you walk into that room for the first time, your body might freeze. Not from fear, but from recognition, like stepping into a memory you've never lived. Your heartbeat may slow. Your breaths may deepen. You might even get the sensation that someone was waiting for you there. Listen, my child, this room is the heart of the house. Someone once stood there every evening, watching the sky change colors. This room once held hope, secrets, whispered prayers. This is the room that will feel closest to you. It may become the place where you sit late at night when you're thinking. You might not understand at first why you feel safe there, but you will. The connection will make itself known slowly. Now I need you to pay attention to something very important. In this room, you might find something small, a forgotten object, a mark on the wall, a faint smell that shouldn't be there. These are remnants of the life that once lived there. Do not throw anything away. Not yet. Old houses reveal stories through the smallest traces. If, when you enter this room, you feel chills running down your arms or legs, don't panic. That is the house aligning its energy with yours. Archangel Michael says that sensitive souls feel temperature changes before they feel spiritual shifts. You may be wondering now, was someone waiting for me? Why does the house feel like it knows me? Why does November matter? My child, November is the month of arrival. Not physical arrival alone, emotional arrival. Spiritual arrival. It is the month when the veil between past and present is thin enough for truth to cross through. The house opens fully only in November. That is why it has waited until now. And there is something else. On your first night, if you hear a soft sound at your door, like a gentle knock or a faint shifting, don't be afraid. This is not a warning. It is a greeting. The presence that once lived in the house does not want to scare you, it wants to ensure you understand that you are not entering an abandoned space. You are entering a place watched over. If you are still with me, my child, comment, "I'm here." The house needs to know you haven't pulled away. There is more to tell. Much more. My child, come closer now. Archangel Michael says that once you reach the third stage of understanding, the house begins to listen more carefully, as if leaning in. So if you feel a strange heaviness in the air around you as you read this, don't be frightened. It simply means the story is syncing with your energy. You see, my child, once you move into the house this November, there is a moment, small, quiet, but powerful, that will happen within the first 48 hours. It happens to everyone chosen by places like this, but most people ignore it. You will not. You will feel it. Let me tell you exactly how. When you wake up on your first morning in the house, the air will feel different. Not cold, not warm, just aware. You will open your eyes, maybe still tired, maybe unsure of where you are for a second, and then it will hit you, silence. Not normal silence, living silence. A stillness so deep it carries a sound of its own. My child, that silence is the house listening to your first breath in the morning. This is the moment the connection becomes real. Archangel Michael says, when a chosen soul takes their first morning breath in a destined place, the past and the future meet in the present. Whether you understand it or not, that will happen to you. If you're still reading smoothly, comment, "Still here, so I feel your presence too." Now let's go back to the house. There is something unusual about its foundation. You won't see it in the picture, and you won't notice it the first day. But at night, when everything quiets down, you'll feel a strange pull, almost like the house itself sits on something ancient, deeper than the soil. Old places like this often stand above forgotten pathways, old memories of the land, spiritual footprints left behind long before the house was built. Some people feel this as a vibration in the floor. Some feel it as a hum in the walls. Some feel it as a sensation inside the chest, like a heartbeat that doesn't belong to them. You, my child, you will feel it in your intuition. A sudden knowing. A whisper at the edge of awareness. Now listen carefully. There is a hallway on the second floor, the one that feels too quiet. In the daytime, it seems normal, maybe even peaceful. But when the sun sets, and the house settles into its nighttime breath, that hallway will become heavier. Not dangerous, just dense. Like a place holding a memory that hasn't been spoken in years. When you walk down it at night, you may feel someone walking behind you. Slow. Gentle. Not threatening. Just curious. The presence in this house is not dark. It is old. It observes. It remembers. It recognizes certain souls. You might feel it pause when you pause, or feel the air shift right behind your neck. This is the hallway spirit, an echo that ties the house's past to your future. My child, don't fear it. If you ever feel uneasy, just whisper softly. I am here with peace. The house will understand. Now let me take you deeper into something very few people know. Every destined house has one object inside it that acts as a key. Not a literal key, but a spiritual one. Something that carries the strongest memory of the former occupant. And this house, this one, has a key hidden in a place you would never think to look. Archangel Michael showed me a glimpse. It's small, old, and untouched for years. You will find it by accident, most likely while cleaning, or while exploring the rooms. It may be tucked behind a piece of furniture, inside a drawer, under a floorboard, or behind a loose part of the wall. And when you find it, the moment will feel strange. Your fingers will tingle. Your chest will tighten for a second. You'll feel a warmth, like someone exhaling near you. When that happens, my child, you've found the heart of the house. Do not throw it away. Do not ignore it. Hold it gently. The memory inside it will awaken when you touch it. If you're brave enough to continue reading about the key, just comment, "I'm ready." Now let me tell you about the second important place in the house, the attic. Most people avoid attics because they hold dust, old boxes, forgotten belongings, but this house's attic holds something else entirely. It holds the echo of the final goodbye from the one who lived there before. When you first open the attic door, the air will feel heavier than any room in the house. You may feel a sudden pressure on your forehead or your shoulders. You may feel watched. Not in a scary way, but in a way that says, someone was here. Someone left a part of themselves behind. There might be a single object left there. Or a faint scent that shouldn't still exist. Or a cold pocket of air that doesn't move. The attic is where the house keeps its oldest story. Archangel Michael says that if you sit in the attic, even for a moment, you might see shadows move in ways you cannot explain. Not dark shadows. Not harmful shadows. Just remnants. The kind of shadows that linger when someone loved a place deeply. And the attic will only show you these shadows if it trusts you. Many people never see anything. But you are not many people. That's why you are hearing this now. There's something else I must tell you, a warning, but a gentle one. On your third night in the house, something special happens. Something predictable, yet strange. Around 3 a.m., you might wake up without any reason. No noise, no movement, no dream. Just your eyes opening suddenly, your breath sharpening, and your ears ringing faintly. My child, do not panic. This is the house adjusting to your presence. This is the moment the house accepts you. If you hear soft footsteps in the hallway at that time, don't be afraid. They are not yours, and they are not human. They belong to the presence that once lived there, doing what it always did at 3 a.m. Patterns don't die just because people leave. They continue until someone new arrives to rewrite them. You are that someone. If you've ever woken at 3 a.m. before, just comment, "I have," so I know how connected you are already.